Okay, this is the 11th tape in Practicing Computer Shorthand, and it covers study frames 158 through 172. And this tape starts the beginning of our high-frequency phrase drills. In the book, this will look like a very extensive section, but all the drills follow the same exact pattern. So really they're just provided that way in the book for you to make notes as you need to. And as I said, it follows, every drill follows almost the same exact pattern, so don't be overwhelmed. Okay. And just a couple notes that I want to make about high frequency phrases. When you are working on these and defining them, I would really recommend that you give precedence to them in your dictionary over other words that they may conflict with, because they're so extremely common, and a lot of times it's these kinds of words that are tripping people up in Q&A, and that prevent them from making their speed takes, because there's just these little rashes of little words that they can't get. So yeah, for instance, if you wanted to write will I as L-A-O-E-U, obviously that conflicts with the word lie. Okay, so I would recommend that you define will I that way, and then for the word lie, which is not quite as important as a high frequency phrase word, you could resolve that by putting on a word, a consonant that doesn't have any sound, such as W or Y or H. So you could write the word lie, L-A-O-E-U-Y, or attach an H on there, or attach a W. Okay, I really feel that you're doing yourself a favor if you give priority to your high frequency words. And then something that I came across, because I happen to be right-handed and I use EUT for it. That rhymes with a lot of words in the English language, and I found that I was creating a lot of conflicts. For instance, if I wanted to write will it, I would tend to write that L-E-U-T. Well, that makes the word lit. Okay, so in that case, I'm kind of advocating something a little opposite from what I previously said, but write that as two strokes, like that, because that's the way you can kind of hear it, will it. Okay, so you would write L and then E-U-T, and then just leave the L-A-T for a legitimate word. This might sound just a trifle bit confusing, but as you're working through the phrase drills, you'll work out how you want to do things. So those are just a couple of suggestions that I go with. So now we're going to start off with the verb to be. This is the longest section. It almost seems like it goes on forever. We're in this tape we'll get through most of the verb to be. The other ones are quite a bit shorter, so don't despair. Okay. So frame 158 is the word am. Okay, so am I, I am, I'm, I am not, I'm not. Okay, frame 159 is are when it's first in the phrase. Okay, are you, are we, are they, are there, are a, are the. Frame 160 is are when it's second in the phrase. You are, we are, they are, there are, these are, those are, which are. Okay, just to make a quick note here, be careful to define you are and the possessive y-o-u-r differently, and also in the next frame you'll have the contraction y-o-u apostrophe r-e, so you need to take a moment and think how you want to do those three because they sound exactly the same. Okay, frame 161 is the apostrophe re contraction. Your, we're, there, there're. Okay, frame 162, are not. And with these, there's many of these that have not on the end. What I do is just hang on the N on the right hand. If you're left-handed, you might prefer the N on the left hand, but just write your normal word pair and then put the not on. That's the easiest thing, I feel. Okay. You are not. We are not. They are not. There are not. These are not. Those are not. Which are not. Okay, frame 163. This is the apostrophe re with not afterwards. Okay, and what I do with many contractions, I believe the conventional way of doing it is to attach NZ. I just find that to be very, it's a very wide reach for such a small thing. So whatever the contraction is, I just tag on whatever my last stroke is, I put another one on, and that to me constitutes a contraction. That's just what I do. Okay. You're not. We're not. They're not. Okay. Frame 164 is aren't when it's first in the phrase. Aren't I? Aren't you? Aren't we? Aren't they? Aren't there? Aren't these? Aren't those? Aren't a? Aren't the? Okay, frame 165 is aren't when it's second in the phrase. Okay? You aren't. We aren't. They aren't. There aren't. These aren't. Those aren't. which aren't. Okay, frame 165 is the word is when it's first in the phrase. Is he? Is she? Is it? Is this? Is that? Is there? Is a? Is an? Is the? Okay, frame 167 is when it's second in the phrase. He is. She is. It is. This is. That is. There is. Which is. Okay, frame 168 is the apostrophe S contraction. He's. She's. It's. That's. Theirs. Okay, frame 169 is not. He is not. She is not. It is not. This is not. That is not. There is not. Which is not. Okay, frame 170. Apostrophe S with not afterwards. He's not. She's not. It's not. That's not. There's not. Okay, frame 171. Isn't when it's first in the phrase. Isn't he? Isn't she? Isn't it? Isn't that? Isn't this? Isn't there? Isn't a? Isn't an? Isn't the? Okay, frame 172, which is the final frame for this tape. The word isn't when it comes second in the phrase. He isn't. She isn't. It isn't. This isn't. That isn't. there isn't, which isn't. Okay, this completes the 11th tape for practicing computer shorthand. Practice hard and keep those fingers flying.